Stranger Things Season 4 gets spoiled. Today on Live Movie News. Movie News Live! Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. Movie news. Mirror Domains? Is that what I said? Yes, I did. Mirror Domains. Movie News Live. Hey, guys, if you're watching us in the live chat, I'll always talk with you guys in between the stories. Today, we're going to be talking about Stranger Things Season 4 getting spoiled. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil it here on the show. I'm just going to tell you how it got spoiled. And apparently, the producers and the creators are up in arms. They're just really, really angry here. So what's going on here with Stranger Things Season 4 getting spoiled? Okay, this is from the Hollywood Reporter, saying that Stranger Things Season 4 spoiled by Netflix Monopoly game. Really? Monopoly game. Duffer Brothers upset. The sci-fi creators are upset following the tie-in game being released that heavily spoils the I hate that word, penultimate season. Okay, well, so at least this article here doesn't explain exactly how the game, the official Monopoly tie-in game, will spoil the game. I'm guessing, hey, if it's Monopoly, it's spoiled probably by street names, maybe, by character names, instead of like having the pieces on the board of like the hat and the dog and stuff like that. There'll be characters that you can buy and stuff like that, or characters that spoil the game or the series. But from what I've heard, the Duffer Brothers are livid. They're like throwing stuff kind of angry. Yeah, Netflix wasn't happy either. So if you get your hands on it, or if you are aware of it, the Stranger Things Monopoly board that's coming out, it'll spoil the Season 4 for you. So just be cognizant, be aware that if you don't want it to get spoiled, don't buy that game until after the season comes out at the end of the month here, where we'll be doing a full live watch-along for that series. And when that drops, guys, I might be streaming for like 8 hours that day. If it's 8 episodes, no. Maybe it'll only be 4 episodes. Excuse me. I'll still be streaming 4 episodes if that's the case. That day, I'll be streaming all 4 episodes just like that. And Stranger Things Season 4 is something that I'm really, really anticipating. And besides, with all the TV spots and stuff like that out there now, it's kind of hard not to be spoiled on certain things, but I'm trying to still preserve that. So hopefully you'll enjoy the channel because, hey, we talk about movie news stuff here too. And if you want to follow me on all the social media handles, there it is right there. And you'll find something that you like here. We do movie reviews, trailer reactions. We talk about movie news. We talk about horror movie news on the weekends. We do full movie watch-alongs. Everything movies here. You're going to find something that you like. Something that I hope inspires you to hit that subscribe button. Oh, I haven't done that in a while. And I usually don't like doing that. Yeah, I know that it's good YouTube practices to tell people to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button, but I just don't like to badger people about that stuff anymore. If you like it, then you like it. If you don't, then, hey, people move on. But hey, as I said, there's some cool stuff here for you. Talking about Stranger Things Season 4, Maya Hawke, who was in Stranger Things, is going to be joining the Kill Room, which is going to pair her up with her mother, Uma Thurman, for the first time. Cool. That's cool. To work with your daughter would be kind of all right, well, what's this Kill Room? Now, we did a story about this a while back where Kill Room is with her and Uma Thurman and Samuel L. Jackson, where I guess it has to do with something about a hitman. I guess Joe Manganiello is in this as well. So Maya Hawke is going to star alongside her mother. That's a cool headline. Interesting. Let's see if the old IMDb page can shed some light on this. Okay, no poster yet. A hitman, his boss, and an art dealer, and a money laundering scheme that accidentally turns the assassin into an overnight avant-garde sensation, one that forces her to play the art world against the underworld. Ooh, A little bit of shades of Velvet Buzzsaw there, maybe, except maybe there's no weird demons or anything. Let's take a look at the cast here. Samuel L. Jackson, Joe Manganiello, Uma Thurman, Matthew Mahar. Okay, so, and it doesn't list Maya here yet, but she's going to be added to the cast. That's cool. And I guess she's going to be like the hitman or something that becomes an overnight sensation. And I think Samuel L. Jackson's going to be maybe like the art dealer or something. I don't know. Or maybe Manganiello is going to be the art dealer. That's going to be interesting. Very interesting. Maya. Hawke. Of course, is the daughter of Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke. And I hope they never, I hope if they had a son, I hope they never named him Mike. You know, we've all made those jokes before. Our Glass Vikings in the live chat says the Duffer Brothers are as professional as Tom Cruise. They deserved a bit more respect for their efforts. A person in the wings of the theater premiere recorded on their phones as well. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah. Hey, if I got invited to a premiere, I'd show my respect. I wouldn't film it and stuff like that. Even though that you would be tempted to do it, you just can't do it. I'd show my respects. But those are the first two stories, guys. Let's continue on with some more movie news here on Mirror Domains. And that's something else I need to be doing too more. I need to be using Mirror Domains movie news. And that's something that CNN does too. Like you notice, or like all the news shows, they'll be always saying, next up on Mirror Domains movie news, we're going to be talking about Predator Prey, rated R. Well, we saw the first teaser for Predator Prey earlier this week, and I did a full reaction to it. That's up on the channel right now, and I liked it. So here on the IMDb, it's not being listed as a rating yet. So where's this rating coming from? It's going to be August 5th, guys. The origin story of Predator in the world of a Comanche nation 300 years ago. Naru, a skilled female warrior, fights to protect her tribe against one of the first highly evolved predators to land on Earth. Directed by Dan Trachtenberg, the guy who did 10 Cloverfield Lane. So what's going on here with this rating? It's official. Prey is rated R. Is this substantiated by any other big sites? Well, where's this coming from? Hulu issued, yes, because it's coming out on Hulu. So Hulu issued a press release for Hulu's original summer slate, in which included the synopsis we had run alongside the trailer. And what is the film's rating? Well, I guess in that press release they said it's going to be rated R. Thanks for both Engineer and Hollywood for the news. Okay, so that's cool. Well, you know what? They tried to dial it back for The Predator. No, Predators was rated R. But Shane Black's The Predator, they dialed it back to PG-13. And I felt like the film really suffered from that. Even though I guess they did that for Alien vs. Predator Requiem too. No, I don't know. But I know they did it for sure for the Shane Blacks. And I felt like, you know, you're going to do something gruesome. Like when you're dealing with the Predator who cuts people and kills them in unique ways. To dial that back, you can't, that's pulling the punches. You can't pull your punches with something like the Predator. Because fans, they won't stand for it. And they didn't. And that showed last time. So, hey, if Prey's going to be rated R, it's going to be on Hulu. I hope it does get a limited release in theaters, but because I would see it. And I like that teaser. So August 5th is still a little bit of ways away. And as a teaser goes, I'm guessing that we'll probably get a full trailer, at least by July, early July maybe. Our Glass Vikings in live chat says, Prey looks amazing. There's no ego or bravado in this trailer, just a great looking survival story. And it did look like it was very well shot too. Very interesting cinematography. I like wide establishing shots, and that's what we got in that little teaser. But it's going to be rated R. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Boy Kills World. What's this about? We got our first image, first look. Let's take a look at the old IMDb for this Boy Kills World, a dystopian fever dream action film that follows Boy, a deaf mute with a vibrant imagination. When his family is murdered, he is trained by a mysterious shaman to repress his childish imagination and become an instrument of death. Ooh. Director Moritz Moyer. Is that how you pronounce that? I don't know. Who's in it? Bill Skarsgård as Boy. Oh, okay. Famke Janssen. Cool. Michelle Dockery. We're going to see her this weekend in Downton Abbey 2. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Sharlto Copley. Oh, he's fantastic. He's a great actor. Even in stuff that some people don't like, even like that Old Boy reboot, he was good in that. He was. Oh, I wanted to watch something with you guys on full watch along too. That was on Tubi. Something about like the grave. There's like a big mass graveyard that I wanted to revisit. Maybe we'll watch that one someday. Maybe on the weekend we'll watch that one with Sharlto Copley, because he's great. He was in Elysium. He was in District 9, and he was Chappie. He was the voice of Chappie. Let's pull up his credits, because that'll tell me what that weird graveyard one was. Oh yeah, and he was in that A-Team remake, Hardcore Henry. Yeah, he was in that too with Brie Larson, right? Is that who was in that? Yeah, Neil Blomkamp works with him. He's like Neil Blomkamp's go-to guy. Maleficent. He was in Maleficent too. Okay. What was that movie called? Open Grave. That's what it was. Open Grave. Yeah. We might watch that one on the weekend for our horror movie. Boy Kills World. Best synopsis ever. I'm in. Yeah, that synopsis. That was That was a very interesting synopsis. Let me pull that back up. A boy who's mute, vibrant imagination. So we got the first image. Let's take a look. James. There we go. There's Bill Skarsgård as Boy. And boy, he's ripped. This is the guy who played Pennywise, the clown. So, yeah, he's definitely cut. He's got to be down to like, 6-7% body fat for that? That's impressive. So he trains to become this martial artist. Yeah. Cool. Who would have thought? And to top it all off, guys, Bill Skarsgård is going to be our Crow. He's going to be in the Crow remake coming up soon. So that's interesting. That's a cool image. I've never seen a clown so buff before. Okay, so that's somebody's comment. Because he played Pennywise, as I said. Batman better watch out. Batman. What does that have to do? Were people wanting to fan cast him in the next Batman movie? No joke, I would like to see a muscular Joker in a movie. Oh, okay, so that's a fan casting. But people seem to like it. Yeah, American Ninja vibes. Arglass says in the live chat. Kind of like, or maybe like Kickboxer or something like that, with Van Damme. But Boy Kills World. No release date yet. It's still in post-production. I'll be keeping my eye out for this one, guys. It looks cool. I'm intrigued with the premise. So, yeah, let me know what you think about that. Indiana Jones being recast or never being recast? What's going on here? Earlier this week, they had a bunch of Star Wars stuff that broke with Kathleen Kennedy. And in that, I guess this also came out. Indiana Jones will never be recast as Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy. And this comes on the heels of that Star Wars stuff where they said they will never recast the legacy characters again, like Han Solo or Princess Leia or anything like that. But they just, they won't do that kind of thing anymore. So if they're going to hold that stance with Indiana Jones 2, well, then that's fine with me. You know what? Harrison Ford is iconic as that role. And he's so different from like the Han Solo character. Like, it was just so well done. And I'm glad that at least now she's come out and said that, well, they're not going to do that. So let's take a look at the quote here that came out. Oh yeah, this is the same quote from the Star Wars thing that we read earlier this week. There should be moments along the way when you learn things. Solo may have certainly been a learning moment. Some people we've talked to about how, well, maybe Solo should have been a TV show. Okay, so she talks about that stuff. And let's go to the Indiana Jones stuff. Maybe I have recognized this before. We would never make Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford. Good. Having just finished the 5th movie, yeah, we got that. I can tell you, there wasn't a day I wasn't on set where I was like, yes, this is Indiana Jones. Well, that's good to hear, at least. And they're not going to recast it. People wanted to recast him and stuff like that. But I think once this 5th one is done, with Mads Mikkelsen, it's supposed to have like some time travel elements to it, maybe. I don't know. Cool. Good. So I guess that puts a young Indiana Jones reboot off the table. Indiana Jones 5 is slated for June 30th, 2023. So, yeah, I guess that's all you need to know about that. I think, does that make you happy that they'll never recast Indiana Jones? For me, yeah, I think that's okay. It's a bummer that we'll never get any more stories with Indiana Jones, but never say never. Maybe years and years down the road, they'll revisit it. And I think that's just right. The Barbie movie is coming out next year with Margot Robbie, Simu Liu, and Ryan Gosling. Apparently, the report's coming out that the movie will have multiple Barbies. Greta Gerwig's Barbie movie will feature multiple Kens and Barbies. Well, that's interesting. And from what we heard about the script, it's supposed to be a very edgy and cunning script. Yeah, so multiple Kens and multiple Barbies. This is weird, man. I thought it would just be kind of like a love kind of story between Ken and Barbie, or maybe after they grew up, nobody wants to play with them anymore as toys. So let's just, Kyle Buchanan says on his Twitter, for one, I'm hearing that Ryan Gosling is not the only Ken in the Barbie film. Simu Liu and that guy also play Kens. I'm sorry, NCUTI. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Bifer the Hobbit says in the live chat that Emma Mackey is in the Barbie movie as well. Yes, she is. We'll take a look at the cast list here in a moment. Let's just finish this quote. And by the same token, Margot Robbie is not the film's only Barbie. Issa Rae and Hari Nef play Barbies as well. Well, you know what? That makes sense, actually, because they got so many different iterations of Barbie toys, like Malibu Barbie and stuff like that. I can see that. And maybe they are fighting themselves like an inner kind of circle as to who's going to be the most respected Barbie and the most respected Ken. I don't know. This is just sounding so weird, and I'm digging it. Like, I never thought I would be here at my age thinking, yeah, I want to see the Barbie movie. But I do want to see this Barbie movie. Because it's just, for everything that we're hearing about the script, about now that there's going to be multiple Kens and Barbies. Oh, wow. Okay. Barbie comes out next year, guys. It promises to do you really need to subvert expectations for a Barbie movie? It's not as if we weren't expecting anything like Shakespeare, but okay, that comes out next year, guys. Barbie. It's going to have multiple Barbies in it. Byford the Hobbit says, okay. All right, that's going to bug me if I don't know how to pronounce it. Arglass also says, I'd have to say if River Phoenix was still on the earth, he may have inherited the Jones mantle. Yeah, that's, yeah, they recast him like that. That was a good casting too. And River Phoenix, that's one of the few Hollywood deaths that I still like, upsets me to think about. Along like with Heath Ledger and stuff like that. It bums me out when I think about it, because he was talented, he was young, and he was taken too young. All right, let's see what this has to say. Let's get a pronunciation on this guy's name. Did I hear it? No, I didn't.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this Rwandan actor.
I don't want
celebrity names that many actor, as well as how to say more celebrity names that many mispronounce. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel. Actor from Rwanda, Shuti Gatwa.
Shuti
We
Gatwa.
are looking at actor from Rwanda, Shuti Gatwa.
See how long that took for us to get to that? It took like 17 seconds. If there was a channel out there that did all of this stuff within like the first, like this, learning to pronounce somebody's name should be like a 5-second video. So you can just play it on repeat over and over again and it gets the algorithm. Maybe I'll start doing that. Because Shuti Gatwa is going to be in this Barbie movie. Okay. They're playing another Ken, Shuti Gatwa. Well, that's a learning experience, guys. Right there. Shuti Gatwa. Now, I don't know what in Blazes, how those letters make that pronunciation, but I guess it's because of the language that it's in, so you kind of got respected for that. All right. Let's move on. Nolan Oppenheimer is coming out soon, and we got some new looks at Emily Blunt. Nolan's Oppenheimer set photos reveal a look at... Now, this better not be something where I have to click on a link to go to look at somebody else's page that shows the photos. Oh, this is from that Emily Blunt movie where she was trying to do that Irish accent, and the trailer for it got so thumbs down because he had like Christopher Walken trying to do an Irish accent, and everybody was hating on it. Yeah, so that's not from Oppenheimer. Okay, so Oppenheimer is about the guy who made the atomic bomb, right? And it's got a huge cast list. It's going to have Cillian Murphy there as the title role. It's going to have Florence Pugh, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr. It's going to have Emily Blunt, obviously. Of course, I got to click on a link. All right, let's pull up those photos. There she is. That's Emily Blunt. Always, she's fantastic. Maybe she is going to be in the Fantastic Four. That's my hopes, but who knows? She's a great actress. I think she's got to be in my top 10 for sure. There's a couple of them on set there. You know, it's period piece, obviously, and it really looks like he's lost a lot of weight for this. Oppenheimer was a smoker, so he was smoking a lot of cigarettes, and that's what did him in. Apparently, was the lung cancer, right? And there's Nolan himself wearing a vest on set, and then if you follow those links, there was just like a small set video of Matt Damon on set there, and it just showed us more photos that we've seen before. But that's the only really new one. Emily Blunt looks like she's having a milkshake or something there. Must be in between takes. She's wearing some Uggs. I think those are Uggs. They didn't have those back then. Okay. But I'm really curious about this Oppenheimer movie. Nolan never fails me. Well, except maybe Tenet a little bit, but I still like Tenet quite a bit. I like Robert Pattinson in Tenet, and I like Elizabeth Debicki in Tenet. So, theaters, Oppenheimer opens July 21st, 2023. So we're still a year away from this, like 13 months away from this. But what do you guys think about that? Let me know. Dr. Jekyll. Okay, so there's a new Dr. Jekyll movie coming out with Eddie Izzard playing. Okay, so I think it's a she. I think they want to be referred to as a she. I don't know if it's them, they, or not. I apologize if I'm stomping on some people's feelings. It's just my bad, my ignorance. Don't lambaste me for that. But Eddie Izzard is going to be playing this Nina Jekyll. Really? Who assists Jekyll in her attempt to overcome her Hyde personality. Okay. Scott Chambers will star alongside Eddie Izzard as Rob. Okay. Well, we got the first official poster, and that's what it's going to be. I kind of like that, actually. Let me blow that up here. How it's like just her silhouette in the window, but then when you look down at the reflection, you can see like the brooding mass there. I like that. Cool poster. Eddie Izzard, Dr. Jekyll. Huh. Yeah. Very interesting angle. I'm going to have to keep my eye on this one. Because I like that story. Even the creepy ones with like Michael Caine that came out on TV a while, like decades ago. Like that, there's something eerie about trying to make yourself better, and you take all these weird chemicals that just morph you into some kind of weird, ugly beast. But that's the Dr. Jekyll poster, guys. What do you think? Eddie Izzard as Hyde. Dr. Jekyll. Interesting. I like the poster. Bifer in the live chat says, I watched Tenet and hated it. After a few times watching it, I loved it. And I think that, yeah, that's something that repeat viewings. Yeah, I could see that. Kenneth Branagh was good as a bad guy, too. Very menacing. I like, yeah. Our Viking says, did I see John Goodman? He looked well. John Goodman. Was he? He's in Oppenheimer as well, right? Let's pull up the Oppenheimer from IMDb, because that is a really big cast list. Our Viking says Eddie Izzard takes no offense on the pronoun used. She's a great stand-up and actor. Okay, good. Because yeah, I just want to pay respect to the person, right? Because you never know how they, or us, her, or whatever they use. So this is the big cast for Oppenheimer. Yeah, and I just want to pay respect to the person, right? Okay, so it's a she. Florence Pugh, her stock has gone way up. Huge star. Dane DeHaan, yeah, that's cool. Like that. Robert Downey, Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, Kenneth Branagh is going to be in this one. Gary Oldman's in this. Wow. Stacked cast. Matt Damon, Rami Malek, Gustav Skarsgård. Jack Quaid, we just saw him in Scream 5. James Darcy, Jason Clarke, that's a familiar face. Josh Peck. Josh Hartnett, yes, yeah. I forgot that Josh Hartnett was going to come back. He's starting to make a slow comeback in his career, so that's cool. And David Dastmalchian, a very familiar face that you guys will recognize from other Nolan films like Dark Knight Rises. He's the token bad guy. He was Polka Dot Man. You'll recognize him. All right. Yeah, this broke yesterday. Let's talk about this quickly. Stan Lee, MCU Return? Not really. Stan Lee returns to Marvel Studios with a licensing deal. I guess they just reacquired the rights to use his visage. And that's pretty much all the article is, guys. And people are thinking, well, are they going to be using like CG renderings of him to be back in movies like the cameos that he was in? But I don't think so. I think maybe there'll be like maybe throws to his name, or like he'll be like on the TV screen or something. Like he won't be actually making he won't make commentary. There won't be dialogue. Those kinds of, like, you remember he would be like driving the bus and say, "What's wrong with you kids? Haven't you seen a spaceship before?" That kind of thing. So I think, yeah, I don't think it's going to be anything like that. And I don't think there's anything to get your feathers ruffled. I know that when he was in his later years there, winding down towards the end, there was that little bit of controversy that, that perhaps his daughter was trying to manipulate him to get all of the money and stuff like that. But that never really materialized into anything. It sounded like the sources got that one wrong. But he's still a good dude. He's the man. His legacy is cemented in history forever. Okay, talking about superhero stuff, let's talk about this Wonder Twins. So it's official, guys. This broke the other day, too. The Wonder Twins movie canceled officially. And we kind of suspected that was going to happen. And I think we even talked about it. Which kind of bums me out. Because I wanted to see that blue monkey that was supposed to be in the series. I guess they had the guy had like a blue monkey or something like that followed them around. And the guy from that show Riverdale, the guy who plays Archie, was going to be the guy. And they cast it. They even announced the casting, and they were going to shoot this summer, but now it's canceled. And that just makes sense. Nobody wants to see this. Nobody wants to see a live-action Wonder Twins. What are you guys smoking? Yeah, you would greenlight a Wonder Twins over greenlighting a Man of Steel 2. Like, what? I don't get it, guys. So at least this does make a little bit of sense to me. Yeah. So there we go. It's official. Wonder Twins. There's a rather lengthy quote there that I guess we don't need to talk too much about. Okay, so yeah, because of the deal between Discovery and Warner Bros. That's pretty much all you need to know. And substantiated by the other big websites out there that the Wonder Twins is off the table now. Don't worry about it. And don't worry. Oh, actually, that Archie guy, his series is wrapping up too. Now, we've got more stories that are linked down in the description below. But quickly, guys, I just want to mention that later on in an hour, 1:30 p.m., we'll be watching Survivor Episode 12. Now, I know that it's also listed as episode 11 on some sites because they had a double episode earlier in the season, but we'll be watching it later on today, and we'll have to see who gets eliminated. Is Jonathan going to go home today? Is Mike going to go home today? I saw last night that both of those names were trending on Twitter, but I was too busy watching a hockey game that was getting blown out of proportion, like a 9-6 score. Like, what the heck is going on there? But anyway, later on today, Survivor, 1:30 p.m., just in an hour, we'll be watching the full episode here on Mirror Domains. So the other stories. We did talk about some TV stuff. We'll get to the TV stuff here in just a moment. This broke some new Jurassic World Dominion character posters. Unite two generations of dino lovers. So these character posters were up the other day. And they're not really that much. Hey, I said pause. And anybody who knows me knows that I've got a thing for redheads, and Bryce Dallas Howard is a redhead. Okay. So here are the character posters. And when we broke the China story that it's going to be opening up in China as well, this was the China poster. Instead of the logo there, it had some Chinese words around there at the bottom. So we'll have to see how that one plays out. There's Claire, Bryce Dallas Howard. It looks like we've seen it in the trailers that she falls in the water somewhat, and that big dinosaur is sniffing around it. So we'll have to see how that plays out. She's wet. Ian Malcolm, there he is. It's got the leather jacket. Hey, character posters are just character posters. They just show the character. I don't think they're really something that, hey, I want to put this up on my wall. What's this? She's got what are those, bees? What's going on there? Like a tornado or something. Bifer says, redheads, check out Isla Fisher. Yeah, I know Isla Fisher. Okay, so those are the character posters. Yeah, I like Jessica Chastain, Karen Gillan, obviously, you guys know that. So, for redheads at least. So let's go back and talk about that TV show Riverdale. This is like the big entertainment news wise. Now, I've never watched the episode, so I just saw the headline and I thought, okay, the guy he was gonna be in the Wonder Twins. This is the guy here. And I don't know who's Veronica and Betty. Is that, I guess I'm seeing there. I only really cared about, was it Moose or Ox? Stay out of Riverdale. Yeah. You know, the big jock guy. Is that him there? I don't know. But apparently it's going to end season 7 at the CW. Well, CW just axed a whole bunch of shows, right? Yeah, it says it here. Legends of Tomorrow, Batwoman, Naomi, Legacies, Dynasty, Charmed, Roswell, New Mexico, In the Dark, and 4400. All canceled. Well, there's been a big shakeup, and a lot of these actually were not profitable. Batwoman was losing money, and they were still making it for some reason. I know it was a bad business model, but I know that Riverdale was huge in two ways, that people either really loved it or really hated it. There were a lot of haters out there. I don't know. I never watched it. I know that the buzz out there was big. So just on a smaller note there, that, hey, Riverdale's ending. Yeah, we saw that story. What's next as far as TV shows go? Squid Game Season 2. Not likely to arrive until 2024. Well, the last that I heard, the writer was still working on it, so that's understandable. But we got a little bit of a hint here as to perhaps maybe the scope of it is going to be much more grandiose. And I really like Squid Game. I should have done watch-alongs for that, but I didn't think it would be that big when I was watching it. I misjudged it. And it was big. I really like Squid Game a lot. So here's a quick little quote. Humanity is going to be put to a test through those games once again. I want to ask the question, is true solidarity between humans possible? And as we know, the main character was going to go to America to see his daughter, but then turned around and it looks like he's going to rejoin the games or do something to throw a cog in the machine that runs the games. Okay. So there we go. Wong was not in a rush to commit to a second season. But, I mean, it was huge. Got huge accolades, won some awards. Everybody was talking about it, including episode 6 was probably the big highlight. So, yeah, don't expect it until 2024. Well, that makes sense. If they they're refining the scripts, I'd rather have them do that. Probably take the rest of this year to finish all that up. And I hope they lay the groundwork for it to continue. That's what I want. And they'll shoot it all next year. So we're still 2 years away from it. Yeah, maybe that makes sense. What do you guys think? Squid Game Season 2? Not for another year. I wanted to take a look at comicbooknews.com's site. I wanted to see if there was anything here that perhaps I missed. I go to this site every now and then. Stranger Things creators reportedly had total meltdown over Monopoly game. Yeah, we've started the stories with that. Arglass says in the live chat, hey James, you could do a review watch along for Squid Game to introduce season 2 maybe. By then everyone will need yeah, good suggestion there, Artglass Vikings. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. When that starts to come out, I'll go back and rewatch it. See if there's anything here for the comic book stuff. Always gets traction with a lot of people. Oh, there's a Riverdale cancellation. Fans upset and haters rejoicing. Really, haters? Enough haters are out there that will be rejoicing. Some video game stuff. So there's really so much on this site. I just thought maybe it would be interesting to look at it instead of doing the Twitter roundup, but I think we'll have to go to the Twitter. Fear of the Walking Dead's 100th episode trailer, Amina. I fell off Walking Dead. I fell off both Walking Dead and Fear of the Walking Dead. I liked the first season of Fear of the Walking Dead, but once they killed off all the main cast except for her, Alicia Debnam Kari is from what I heard somebody pronounce her last name. It's spelled like Carrie, but it's pronounced Kari. She's directed an episode of it too. And she was my For when they were doing the Tomb Raider reboot stuff, she was going to be my pick to be the younger Lara, but they went with Alicia Vikander, and that worked out fine too. So I think she would have worked out cool as well. But yeah, Fear the Walking Dead, 100 episodes already. Huh? Really? Huh. Wow. All right, let's go over to the old Twitter roundup. See if I missed. Oh yeah, Con has started, so that'll be everything that comes out will be doing like their red carpet stuff. But every now and then we get little tidbits of stuff. The poster for 3,000 Years of Longing. This will be released. There's a trailer for this going to be released tomorrow. So it has Tilda Swinton and Idris Elba. Idris Elba plays a djinn, which is sort of like a... well, I always thought they were like an evil genie type character. But it's directed by George Miller, the guy who did Fury Road, Mad Max, that stuff. Pig, Babe in the City, or whatever it's called. Yeah. Cool poster. And when that trailer drops tomorrow, we'll probably be talking about it on tomorrow's movie news show for sure. Viola Davis. Ooh, look at those shoes. Okay, let's try to get through all the Con stuff. The Riverdale cast when they found out the whole show was ending. That's just a meme. Somebody freaking out. Riverdale will end after season 7. Is it Ox or is it Moose? I can't remember. Riley Keough praises Austin Butler's performance and her grandfather Elvis. Okay. I adore Baz and I have seen the film. It was very intense. It was a very intense experience, and I'm very excited for the world to see what Baz has done. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm starting to get really hyped for this. This is going to be premiering at Con, and I'm just ooh. And I listened to that track by Main. What was it? Mainstain or something like that. The opening title track. Mayor Stain or something like that. I'm sorry. I can't remember. I'm not pulling it out of my memory banks. But that opening track for it did drop, and I listened to it, and it was good. Clip from Cronenberg's Crimes of the Future, which was at Cannes, too, with the beautiful Kirsten Stewart. I'm hyped for this movie.
That is where
even though I hear that it's supposed to be like very grotesque. Which is right up my alley. Gossip Girl. Elle Fanning. Ryan Gosling. Simu Liu. Shruti Gatwa. Oh, okay, this is Shruti, right? Right here? It's like he was at the Met Gala or something. So these will all be the Kens. They're all Ken. I can see it. Yeah, I can see that. Danny Ramirez. So this is just more Top Gun stuff. All right. 12:43. Oh, so that's the young Priscilla Presley. Okay, well, just a lot of stuff from the red carpets at Con. Stranger Things Season 4 finale will be over 2 hours long. Wow. 2 hour, they never done that before. 2 hour long finale. That's like a movie. But as we know, okay, so because it comes out in 2 parts, the finale will be at the end of the second part that comes out in the end of July, right? Was it the end of July, early August? What's this? A new clip, another clip from Cronenberg's Crimes of the Future. Yeah, we saw this teaser yesterday, and that's pretty much where we're going to line up. This is for that George Miller movie about the about the gin. Mainskin. The Italian group Mainskin means moonshine in Danish. Our Glass Viking says. Okay, yeah, Mainskin. Okay. Yeah, I listened to that track for Elvis. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much it for today in the realm of movie news. I'm going to go see Men later today, I think. And I'll give you guys my review of that when I come out. And, of course, later today we're going to be watching Survivor. Well, I know this challenge. This is a common challenge that they always play. So, will people start to wise up to Omer and his influences? We'll have to find out. We'll find out in 45 minutes on the channel Mirror Domains. All right, Survivor. I think that's it for today, guys. I think that's all I want to cover. We can do some overtime here. Let's see if there's any trailers that have dropped on the old thing. See if anything has dropped here on the Forgiven and Terminal list. Drop trailers. What the heck is... I see Jessica Chastain on something here talking about redheads. Oops.